Suavecito, toda madre.
Si empiezas a tener sobreviraje, entra a boxes para que revisemos los reglajes. El sobreviraje se produce cuando los neumáticos traseros pierden agarre antes que los delanteros. Normalmente se debe a una falta de carga aerodinámica en la parte posterior o a rigidez excesiva en la suspensión trasera, pero se puede solucionar al ajustar un poco la inclinación de las ruedas en negativo o hacia adentro. La pista está libre. Ahora aprovechemos.
Oh no, I kind of want the...
Tú sabes que el verdadero mi rey apunta a lo más alto. Aquí está tu asiento, papá. Y qué mejor que tenerlo en Play Do It, el casino de altura. Puedes ver deportes en vivo, ganar con el pago anticipado. Con Play Do It, vuela alto, apuéstale, papá.
Nos vemos este 26 de abril a las 7 p.m. para Supernova Genesis en vivo únicamente por Netflix.
Your back end starts to spin out.
Yeah,
So
you want
take
to
it-
try and take as much curb as well as you can on the entry. You can just sort of just ride over it. It's hard to bounce a bit, but it is just the best way to take it, unfortunately. And then it gives you maybe just a little bit more to get on the power a little bit quicker. And then obviously using the ERS helps as well, of course.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in a safer region, if you want the back end to stick through turn one, just drop it down to third. You get a lot more traction as well. A lot more traction. That's just me anyway, but that's just how I felt with it.
And Sam Fleet, obviously purple in sector 2 then. What is the bank of the time going to be from the Aston Martin driver? We know Sam Fleet has had the pace in the past. Has he got the pace today at Austria? Let's soon see his lap time. It's going to be a 4.9 for Sam Fleet. But the championship leader is coming to the line. And what is he going to set? There is the difference then.
What a 4.6, yeah. Storm is out there as well on a lap. But is anyone ahead of him like some Mohi? Where's Mohi? No, Mohi's come to turn 3 now. What about Splandy? Splandy's in the midsection now. So we'll set the next lap in that Haas machine.
He's out there on the medium compound tyre as well, so that's pretty interesting.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Some tracks are okay with mediums, some tracks are not.
Oh,
Sam Flee. Wow.
Has had a collision. Is that with? No, it's with just Hayes. So I don't know what's happened there. But that is not very good for the Aston Martin driver already at the start of this session.
Yeah, Sam Flee is actually on a fast lap as well, so I'm not sure. So Hayes is on a quick lap. So I don't know.
So maybe if Sam got in the way and then she hit him. I don't know, but anyway, let's move on. XT Storms has done a 4.8 on the hard compound of tyre. That is a very good lap time. Mohi, he's just gone up into a 4.8 on the soft, so that hard time is a very good lap time.
We did a 104.6 in P2 for Red Bull. Hayes does a 105.8, but I think she was impeded on that lap itself. Hayes did that on the hards, by the way. Yeah, 104.8 on hard.
Yeah, very good lap time.
Storm's showing his inner tier 1 time there.
So let's see what Edward can do then. Potentially a tier 1 driver on the grid today, but it is just below the grid. So I don't normally agree with it, but he is lower down in tier 1. So where is Edward going to set that time, and where is he going to put that kick? It is enough for P3 at the moment.
Not bad time.
So I think we're going to see Edward battling up the top today, which would be pretty nice for him to have a race like that.
I've got a lot of respect for Ed for doing what he did. He knows he can't race any earlier. so therefore has to go tier 1. But he's starting to pull out some results at times, and it's impressive to see.
And there's Gravanga then back to his normal ways with a 4.2 and a good lap time there.
Jay's coming round turn 4 through Roush through 5 towards the middle of sector 2. Sorry to say the end of sector 2 through 6 before 7 and 8, and before we come at turn 9 of Rindt. The only posthumous Formula 1 champion winner is Jochen Rindt. Unfortunately passed away in 1970 before he could actually win the title itself. He won it, but posthumously. And Jay's O-line goes P2 with a 104.5.
Yeah, so the track is already ramping up, which is good to see.
It is. Next person is going to be Gregory in Alpine.
So let's have a little look lower down then. Thierry Gory's coming through the last couple of corners. Now we know Thierry Gory has got the pace under him when he can unleash it. Through the couple of corners to go and out.
As well goes to turn 10. You can cut turn 10 a bit more. Gives you a better sort of run for it, but it does get P10. And well, basically 1,000th of a second behind a hard runner. Now Jabba's time must have been electric to do that.
Yeah, it must have been, yeah. I'm really impressed with XD Storms at the moment. That hard compound tyre is still keeping him in P7, and if he's potentially then going to come out on the softs, he could improve around by 5 tenths. So we could be up there with the top guys today. I think we're seeing XD Storms really come into his form now. So that is definitely a name to keep an eye on. It's just incredible how this season has gone. There's just other names that have just sort of just put their name up in the mix a little bit, and if this championship was a lot closer in terms of points, I mean, we wouldn't know which way it was going, but of course it is going in the way of the Dutchman at the moment.
It is, and I think Oliver de Moos is out there right now on the other Alpine. I mean, Austria is just one of those tracks where it's just a point and squirt track, that's all it is. There's no technicality to it, it's just basically put your foot. So it's one of those funny tracks. You can run a high downforce to get you around the corners better, save your tyres, or you can run low downforce just to the straight lines. But is there any reason to?
No, well, I mean, it probably is quite lower on the wings. That's just because how the game works. I mean, you can still get it turned in when you're on wheel in terms of the flicking and things like that. So yeah, it depends which way and what feels comfortable for you. Know when you go into your practice and you build your setup and see what you want to go for. But here comes Oliver de Moos then, and he goes with a 4.4.
Wow.
Still Gravangan with that top time. So let's have a look at
it'll be
chat
Sam B.
I will go over to Sam B. Hello to you, Julius. Yeah, it's nice to have you back on the grid. Super Skills is coming to join us. Afternoon, Deli. How are you, sir? And he's subscribed with Prime for 7 months. Appreciate that, my friend.
Sam B goes P5. Before that, Banter Brandon went P3. But I know Adam is out there, so both McLaren is out there at the moment. Adam has invalidated. You won't enjoy that.
No, so those invalidations for Adam again this season a little bit.
And a tier 3 driver, Super Skills, is up here to reserve in T2 in the Mercedes.
Yeah, fair play to him. I mean, it just goes to show how much they love to race in F7 when they race in the morning and they come and race in the afternoon as well. Just wanting that excitement what F7 has to bring. So yeah, fair play to him, and I hope he can do well today and really try and get a result.
There's one of the times where I used to do all three on the Sunday. 2, 3, 2 on 1. I used to be mental. And that was at Singapore as well.
Nos bajaron a la 16ª posición.
Tier 1 in Singapore was actually quite a surprise.
Morning, Nimble.
That was back in Season 6. Oh, so that's when I won the title. But yeah, I kept up with some of you guys in Tier 1 in Singapore. No idea how, but I did. Scary. It's scary that I did.
There you have it then. So XD Storms then has come out and gone on the soft. He's done a 4.5 out there. That is not too much of a bad lap from him there, to be honest.
I'm going to just keep an eye on Super Skills. Looks like Adam just can't seem to put a lap together either. But Adam is on a cooldown lap or an in lap, I don't know. But super skills on his fast lap now. Still yet to set a time.
No, it's into overtake to me. But he is pushing Adam here. He'll just be looking just to get himself into Q2 at this point. He doesn't be looking to go faster. Put yourself into that top 5 if you can. And then work it out in Q2 and Q3 exactly. Yeah, you don't need to be full pushing at this point. Oh, and that was on the limit there. That was nice from Adam. And it is going to be a 4.8. It's only enough for P11. He does have to get that McLaren back round into the pit lane. And unfortunately for Adam, he's going to have to use another set of stuff.
Super skills is a 5-3, so it's on the P18. Just Julius and Cam Ruddy in this setup, and Cam Ruddy went purple, set to 1. So Cam Ruddy is pushing. Yeah, I think it's the key one. You just want to be safe and get in there. You don't need to go flat out, like you said, straight off the bat. Just want to make sure you're through.
The thing is with Q1, you still can't make those mistakes of like Adam has just made, and now obviously he had worn tyres, so he couldn't set the lap time he potentially wanted to. He's now got to go back into the pit lane, put on another set of softs. So that's going to jeopardise him going into Q2 and 3, unfortunately, if Adam can still find the time. Here comes Cam Ruddy though, into the final 2 corners he comes, and we know Cam Ruddy can have the pace under him in this Ferrari. And where is he going to be doing it? Is he going to be up there with his teammate? He's not. It's only enough for P9.
Yeah, he had a bit of a slide on entry in the final corner. We saw his back. He just seemed to like slide through it, and that's one way just scrubbing off your lap time by making a car slide around corners. It's just not the best way to drive. In my opinion, anyway.
You're not getting the exit you wanted. Then it's where you're coming in with too much speed. Essentially, again, if these drivers are on the wheel, they're trying to flick. Some of them. So yeah, it could be
Solo queda una vuelta de combustible.
Yeah, I just don't see the point of flicking, because you're actually in an F1 racing car. You're not in a drift car, a rally car, so trying to flick it just seems, well, I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately that's just how the game's built, to go faster. I mean, yeah, it's a shame. It is a shame, but it's there. It exists, and if you need to get a bit of lap time, you do need to use it.
Yeah, but what's the old saying? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Yeah.
And I think, well, saying that, me and my dad have proved that so far this season. We haven't won a single race between us, and yet we're leading the Constructors' Championship by over 80 points.
Yeah, that's what is so nice about Formula 10 racing. It's, you don't have to, when you're sort of a little bit lower down, you've got the same people on the same competitive, you don't have to pick up the flickings, the meta setups. You know, you can go out there and have fun and work your way up to that stage. You know, when you get a little bit more confidence and you get a little bit more probably really into the game and you want the meta side of it. So yeah, how F7 is built is massive, and it's so good for everyone. That's what makes it great here, mate.
It's not really a meta side, it's more like an arcade.
Pendiente, gente, el auto está listo para salir.
It was a good lap time from Edward there. Yeah, I know it's more arcadey, but then again, it comes down to the meta of the game.
Yeah, but like I said, because it is an arcadey style, it's taking the realism out of the actual game itself.
Yeah, of course. So, but there's not much we can do about it. You know, that's why I say that's the meta. And then when you've got different tiers in Formula 7 racing, that's why it makes it good for everyone.
It does. I mean, like I say, I enjoy myself. I have fun. I don't care where I finish. I just like to make sure I put in a good performance. And that's about it.
That's it, mate. What it takes.
But of course, in Tier 3 they had rain in qualifying about now. Well, before that actually, and everyone was spinning off like crazy.
Bajamos a la 17ª posición.
Yet to see it. And this track does get a little more tricky in the rain. Like every track, just gets more difficult in the rain. Bedford, like I say, P5 at the moment, and if Van and Oliver de Moos think that's enough to get them through to Q2.
Yeah, with only 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, that is going to be truly enough for them. A couple of names that I didn't think that would be low down today. Obviously, A Fixer. We know that he's normally up there. Cam Ruddy as well. He's at risk potentially. And Malk as well in P9.
Yeah, like I say, Hayes down there in P18. She's been awesome lately, and today is just having a bit of a stuck position, but I think because of feeding in the first lap and then having worn tyres to do another lap, was that to go again, and she's out there now.
Faltan 3 minutos.
Sector 2. See what she's going to be with this one. She is 7/10 up,
Oh,
and
and
Julius got disqualified from blocking the pit lane on the exit as well.
And Hayes is obviously invalid her lap time there.
Oh no!
Oh, and there goes Adam. That's the Adam we know in the McLaren, doing a 4.2 here at the end
That's an awesome
of the
lap.
Q1 session.
Awesome lap. That's an amazing lap. That's obviously the 4.2 so far is the quickest time we've had so far. The fastest time, as in the race itself.
Here comes Sam Flea to the line as well. Is he going to be improving enough? It's only enough for P12 as it stands at the moment.
So in the real life race of last season, it was a 3.9 by Lando Norris.
Yeah,
But
so we're absolutely probably going to be smashing that out of the park. The next couple.
I think Tier 3 even beat it. And that was Pritzi got into the 103s. Nice.
Wolfska has just gone up into P8.
He has. So
Jabba just starting his lap as well. Actually done a bit of practice with him this week. He's been sort of in and around some practice sessions, some 5-lappers for fun. And then there was sort of Austria practice session. And he was setting some decent lap times and he was very confident within this pace. So let's stay on board with Jabba here and see how he can do as he comes into turn 3.
did I hear that correctly? Jabbering practicing in the
He
same
has been, yeah.
sentence?
Do you know what? It was a really nice insight to sort of be chatting with Jabba. He's a nice lad and he's quite funny as well. So, yeah, let's see what he can do today.
He'll be interested to see what it is. He's got a 104.5 at the moment. Let's see if he can go any faster. He comes through sector 2. See what he's going to be when he comes that marker. And he is just under a 10th in head. He's only a little bit in front, which could possibly put him up there above Oliver de Moos.
Yeah, so it's good that he's improving, don't get me wrong, and he's up there. He probably didn't need to go again, though.
Some just do, like I said.
Yeah.
Doesn't improve, actually loses time.
Yeah, probably used too much battery sort of at the end there. Mulk is up by a 10th of a second. He is through there pretty nicely. Yeah, no worries, Julius. Yeah, it can happen to the best of us, mate. So, just I wish you all the best from coming back from P19. It's still possible to get up to a podium or even a race win.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Saint Malk is now coming through the final 2 corners. This one turn 9 of Rint. Of course, you see the pit entry there as well. At the same time, slides into turn 10. And has that affected him? No, goes P7.
Yeah, so that just looked a bit untidy for Mulk there. You can still see he was pushing and no sandbagging, etc. What people were trying to say that he was doing.
That's my favourite line.
Yeah, no, he just seemed to just look like he was just struggling there. Maybe not so much practice this week. That can also hinder you a little bit as well if you're just coming in a little bit blind. So soon enough for P7 as it stands for the moment at Mulk. P12 for Sam Flea, 11 for Splandy, and 10th. They've just now been beaten by someone there. Let's see how he got up into P4.
Yeah, Cam Ruddy is on lap right now. Mohi is out. Also down in P16. DME Super Skills is out.
Here comes Cam Ruddy then. Can he be anywhere near his teammate? Off band to Brandon, up in that top 5. He needs to find it now.
Oh, Hayes is gone. That's it. Cam Ruddy's safe.
And Cam Ruddy is safe.
So Mohi, Hayes, Super Skills and Julius, unfortunately got disqualified, are all out in Q1. That's not good for Hayes. She'll be kicking herself for that.
Yeah, she'll be a little bit disappointed with her alert surf there. But again, it's all track dependent, you know. You can have a good couple of weeks and then you can come into a race feeling confident and all of a sudden you just don't have that pace. And yeah, unfortunately for her, she has gone out in that Q1 session.
Yeah. Austria is just one of those funny tracks, which of course has got the controversial win by Michael Schumacher. I think, what was it, back in 2000, 2003, 2004?
Yeah.
When was it?
Like that.
Let me have a look ski. 2002 in fact.
Okay.
2002.
And we got Chase Cam.
We do, of course.
Glitch.
Bit of a background to Austria. First held back in 1963 at the Zeltweg Airfield Circuit. So much different track than it is today, and it was won by the Australian Jack Brabham.
And there you have
of
it.
course, First man, of course, Jack Bam was the first man to actually own his own team and win a title in it at the same time while driving it. First man back in the Brabham Repco, as it was back in the 60s.
So, Adam was fastest in that session then. Mohi, Just Hayes, Super Skills, and Julius have all gone out in that Q1 session. On to Q2 now. And let's see who can get themselves into Q3. And are we going to get any shocks? That doesn't make it to Q3.
And Julius just left the session. Don't know if it's an issue with his internet or not.
So, this gives me a great opportunity just before the drivers come out on track. If you are new to Formula 7 racing and you would love to come and get involved, please don't hesitate. It's !mark Discord in the chat. That will bring you straight to our Discord and you'll be greeted by some of our admins or even the CAOs. We run a lot of races here at Formula 7 Racing. On a Sunday, we run 4 tiers. That's just your equal car performance. On a Wednesday, we run a realistic division. That is realistic teams and the performance. Race engineers, race stewards, team principals, as you can think of it, realistic. It all goes into that. As well, if you have a PC and you use Le Mans Ultimate or ACC, we race on that side as well. Nathan is more of the side for that if you need to get involved with that. So yeah, please come and get involved. !Mark Discord in the chat. And that will bring you to our Discord. And we hope to see you very soon.
Yeah, obviously there's been a lot of chat about Le Mans Ultimate. Obviously I've not been getting involved because, well, yeah, I don't play it. No intention to either.
Yeah, you need a PC as well. So
I've got a PC. I don't want to get it. I mean, I've got ACC on my PlayStation, but I don't know. I could just never get into it. I prefer my Gran Turismo, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not. It's probably not this really intense sim racing. So
Exactly.
it's
like I said,
really, really realism.
I prefer my Gran Turismo because I don't know. Gran Turismo just feels more fun to me. Because I can control the cars better. It gives me confidence when it comes to this game itself, even though I still can't manage the traction control yet. I haven't got a clue how to control it. It gives me the confidence because I've been a Gran Turismo with no traction control at all. It just gives me that extra bit of confidence.
Yeah, I mean it's all to yourself, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
Mulk, Ben, when are you getting a PC for LMU? I don't know, mate. I have to get a PC first, obviously. But it would sort of maybe bring my F1 career to a better place if I got a PC. I don't know, mate. It's something to think about in the long run. I know LMU is meant to come to PlayStation as well, so maybe that's an option in the future if it's crossplay. But we'll see. It does look like a good game to get into, and would be something up my street, to be honest. But so maybe in the future, mate. Nice, good question. Appreciate it.
The Sam Fleer's on lap and was really pushing the limits on the entry to turn 4. Literally riding that white line on the outside so much, it was unreal. But Sam Fleer out there, going to the midsection now. On the purple sector 2, as no one else has set a lap yet. Now coming to turn 9 of Rint and then turn 10 of the sliding corner. Because everyone seems to just flick it and slide it. Either Kimi Räikkönen or on a snow track somewhere. But here comes Sam Fleer to set a 1 minute 4.573.
Yeah, not too bad there from Sam. That would have been a used run. What you want to tend to try and do is wait to under 10 minutes, really, with the used run. Some of the guys now that are coming out, they're just benefiting the other guys, sort of coming out, heating up this track. But there is most of them out there. So there's only a couple of them in the pits of Banter Brandon and Cam Bradley. So Ferrari are telling them just to stay in and just wait to that 10-minute marker. And then you should be able to have the maximum from the track.
A bit of insight on Super Skills. Did Tier 3 today on wheel for the first time. Okay. And well done for you using wheel. He struggled and then is now using pad and he's not doing too well. That's the thing, is when you're on wheel, it's difficult to calibrate yourself back to pad again. It's like me, I can use Gran Turismo on pad, no problem, and wheel without any issues. But I can't do for F1 no more. I cannot race F1 on pad anymore. It's wheel nothing. I spent years
I'll tell you why
debating
that is. Yeah, Formula One changed their pad settings. They changed
Yeah.
how it feels.
Yeah.
The last time I raced on, well, I had a little go on pad as well. I met up with Maxi, and he came to my place, and he was saying just feel what the difference is, because he came on my wheel and he's like, wow, this is like a whole new world. And then he said just have a go on the pad, and it felt terrible. And in the past, I've been quite lucky to race in Tier 1 on the pad and to win a championship on the pad and stuff like that. And it just felt so different from back then to how it does now.
It does, yeah. I mean, actually, I spent years debating on whether or not to actually move to wheel. I did actually I think I had a wheel back in Season 6, but I never went to it. Or Season 7, or Season 8, or Season 9. It was actually Season 10 before I started finally getting onto my wheel. And now I'll never look back. And the results do come your way.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. Yeah, and
just take, like I said, like saying beta super skills. Just take your time. It comes to you eventually. You're going to get bad races to start with, but it will slowly come to you when you start feeling it, and then you understand how you can turn in when to push your accelerator, because you're using different limbs. You're not using your fingers all the time or thumbs. You're now using your feet, your legs, your arms. It's different. It's just so different, and you actually do feel faster, and you feel better for it as well.
there you have it. A little bit of insight from the pan to the sim then. So Gravangan has gone fastest again in one of these sessions. So Gravangan up at the top at the moment. Gory coming
It's
to the line.
going to be
Malk.
There's Malk in different livery. Williams sliding around turn 7.
Yeah, so what I've seen already from the Williams, he just cannot get it turned in. He's struggling so much with them steer.
Yeah. So obviously using
getting a little bit of oversteer at times. Yeah, just through there. Trying to get back on the power, and it's 4.8 for Malk.
So what I can see from that is maybe running very low rear, but a lot on the front, and maybe a bit more towing than you think that you should have. Hence why the cars are sliding around.
Cars have validated his lap time as well, so is he coming into the pit lane again? He's going to get a change of soft compound tyres.
There comes Cam Ruddy in the Ferrari. Like I said, a bit too much toe in on the rear, getting ready and selling car.
Cam Ruddy on the
he's
final
done it as
corner.
well.
Yeah.
And it's
trying
stormed.
to just find the limit.
Yeah, it is difficult to find a limit, but then you'll find it and see it and always aim for it. But XD Storms in the Red Bull now to start his fast lap with 8 minutes to go on the clock here in Q2.
Yeah, so let's see what the Red Bull driver's got then. We know he had the pace in Q1 as well, setting that lap time on hards and then obviously going over to soft, and soft box the lap time was actually not that good. Essentially, but from what he did on the hards was incredible. So maybe that little bit of confidence just got to him, and he's coming deep there.
Oh wow, very deep, and just very deep, or just didn't want to do it. I don't know, but storms off. It is interesting to be fast on one tyre and then not so much on the next tyre. I think it's just you have a lap and just feel like you're if you ever seen F1 the movie. Right at the end of the film, and the woman says he's flying, where you just zone out, everything just sits. Or if you ever seen Le Mans, the film Le Mans with Christian Bale, he mentions it as well. You just find that perfect line when everything just goes, everything just clicks, and it feels like you're flying.
Yeah. So Sam B went purple, and he's actually now just came into the pit lane. So it feels like if you would have set that lap time, you wouldn't have had enough time to sort of get around and get a fresh set of tyres on. But here comes XC Storms then. What is he going to be made of now?
So Edward's out there right now. So I'm going to see what Edward does. And Edward goes purple sector 1. Edward is ahead of Storms on the track as well. Storms is going around through the kink of turn 2.
So yeah, Storms already a second up through that sector 1. So that just goes to show the improvement on these tyres at one time.
Edward went purple as well on my screen at the same time as sector 1, but Edward goes through sector 2 and goes purple again. 7 tenths faster right now is Edward. That is incredible. This is actually on for a P1 time and keeps going. He's got to hold it through these last 2 corners, rinse into 10. Doesn't make it slide either, gets an awesome exit. And Edward does go fastest.
Good lap time from Edward. I'm still on board with XP Storms just to see what he's going to do. Is he going to get anywhere near Edward? Doesn't quite, and that's the P4. But yeah, Edward, fair play to him, up into P1. And
Yeah.
he's going to keep it. That'll give him some confidence going into Q3.
He found time. What I saw is he found time by not making the car slide to the final corner. He just nailed it. The car didn't slip out, didn't slide through, didn't flick it, turned into the corner and was able to get a lot better exit and was faster, and there's the proof.
Yeah, fair play to him.
Dead. But Cameron, he still needs to settle. I have to say Oliver de Mose is still in the pits, not come out yet.
Yeah, so with 5 minutes left to go, they still got time. I mean, Bulska and Sam just come out. Swandy and Oliver still in. Cam ready now, just doing his lap time. Let's stay on board then with the Englishman. Yeah, we can get on.
In that awesome looking Ferrari.
Yeah,
like,
and
look, like
got
like
the
you keep
Lewis
saying
helmet, Lewis Hamilton helmet on as well, so it looks incredible.
It does. I keep saying that car looks like it's from the 70s because that's what livery is based on. It looks awesome. The old 70s livery with Marlboro, as it used to be. And Gravangan says, yep, I think I'm through.
Yeah, so this has looked already better from Cam Reddy. I mean, we're going to get the sector time in a corner and a bit.
Carry back saying
Cam Reddy
Gravangan.
just feeling a little bit of the pressure this afternoon, knowing he has to perform, knowing he has to get it really on the limit. He'll just be challenging these guys. And he's not. He's coming into the pit lane.
The pits, yeah. I look like he's coming into the pits. Yeah, he is.
Really strange.
He aborted.
Is he going to have enough time?
3 minutes, yeah, he's got plenty of time. Oliver de Mose is now out there in the Alpine. Looking at chat, Pennyback saying Gravangan, Mauk and Adam should be moved to Tier 1. Well,
I don't know about Gravangan and Adam.
It's a bit late now. A bit late now to move since we are now round 13.
You say that about Mauk, but he's still in a 4.8 down in P9 at risk of going out in this Q2 session. So, yeah, I mean,
it's track dependent though, isn't it?
Like I said already, like I said earlier on, it really is track dependent. Jay's just gone, Sam B has just gone up into P5, so he's not too far behind his teammate of Adam, the two best friends out there on track. At the moment, 3 minutes left on the clock, and Cam Ruddy, yeah.
You see a lot using the Lewis Hamilton helmet, and obviously Oliver de Mose has got the 2007 helmet on, I think. Can't really tell from this angle, but it looks like he's got the 2007 helmet on, or the 2009.
The driver at risk then on the outlap, Banter Brandon just on board with him now. Obviously again needs to find that lap time. And strange to see him down in P10. We normally already see him in those top 5s or 6s when he goes on to his second lap time. So this is maybe putting Banter Brandon potentially under a little bit of pressure here, Maggie.
Yeah, maybe just had a bit of a mistake somewhere, or got stuck up with some traffic or something. That's all it is. This track is so fast, there's minute error margin. But here comes Oliver de Mose, goes P8 for the 104.3.
Yeah, Mock will eventually go up to Tier 1 if he wants to take that challenge, you know, and he probably is going to go on to win the championship. Fair play to him, you know, you still got to do a job, you still got to go out there and do it. Sometimes you just get put into the wrong category, and it's so hard with Tier 2, and I really appreciate the admin guys that look into the data of trying to find out what tier they're in. You know, you can't always get it right, and we have made the mistake over some seasons with other multiple Tier 2 champions. So we're getting there in the end. We're getting there to really get this grid to a point where you don't know who's going to win the championship, because there is normally just one driver that runs away with it. But those days are coming.
Someone always running away with it. I can name a few that have always run away with it. And but yeah, So, as it stands, Tier 3 pole is still faster.
Yeah, this has looked incredible for Banter Banner. He's putting on the show here.
The Banter Banner show. Step right up, here he comes.
Through the final corner then, took it a little bit safe, but now coming to the line. What is Brandon going to do? It's only a 4.1, but it's enough for P3, and that's probably going to be enough for Q1. And now we're going to see a little bit of Ferrari team management here.
There's no Banter Banner, I say, rocking the two fat ladies as his number.
Cameron, he's gone through turn 1 now, needs to find the lap time. His teammate is just going up into turn 3, and he has slowed down.
Yeah.
So here we go then. So we are going to see a little bit of Ferrari teamwork, and we know Cam Ruddy and Banton Brandon do work well together.
Storm with a 103.9.
Already into them then. Here comes the teamwork from Ferrari. Getting that slipstream. DRS deployed. How is Banton Brandon going to get it out of the way? He gets out of the way very nicely. Gets it turned in nicely there from Cam Ruddy. That was a flick and a half.
That was. No idea how you guys do it, but yeah.
Is he going to find the lap time to get himself into Q3? Don't want to invalidate now, Cam Ruddy.
Keeps it nice and tight through 8. Now comes through Rinse. Can he flat it out? He does drop it down 1 gear. Keeps it there, high torque in 7th. Then slides it to turn 10 with a bit of a flick. Comes over the line. And Cam Ruddy only goes P12 and he's out.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's just that, it just shows how competitive this grid is to try and put on the lap time. And probably Cam's going to say to himself there, well,
Margot's
I
P7.
don't think I had any more to give on that lap time.
So yeah, Jabba is now out. Cam Ruddy is out. Splandy is out. What can Kruggery do? Kruggery is not. Yeah, Kruggery's out. Kruggery's not pushing. That's it. That's your 5 guys out. Jabba, Sam Flea, Cam Ruddy, Kruggery and Splandy. And Sam, surprised at Cam Ruddy. Really am. That's unfortunate for Cam Ruddy. Well, obviously, again, the toe and on a shorter straight, I would have slowed down a bit more before turn 1 and give Cam Ruddy the toe all the way up to turn 3.
Yeah, that would have gained some time for Cam as well. So,
but did it through turn 3 to turn 4, where you basically just do nothing but accelerating the straights not long enough.
Still has the race to go though. We know how competitive Cam is. So yeah, he's got every chance when it comes to the race as well. Then, so fastest in that session was XD Storms, followed by Edward. So very good lap time from XD Storms there. We've got into the point threes. Jabba, I'd be disappointed to go out in Q3 there with Sam Fleet, Cam Ruddy, the biggest name out of the 5, no doubt. And Thierry Gory just going out there as well.
And of course, Splandy in P15.
Yeah.
What does Q3 bring? Now it's a race for pole.
It is. This is where you need to be on the limit now.
Yeah. Can Mauk find the time to beat Storms?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Are we going to see a new name on that top spot again? We've had different winners this season, about 6 different winners. So it's good. It's really good.
That's an awesome response. Jabba says, "Why didn't I go on fresh softs?" Bjorn just replies, "Washed." Good response.
It's not. But, it's just you got to be so concentrated when you're coming into race day. You know,
Yeah.
it's always fun in games doing your practice, not really being so switched on. When it comes to the Sunday, you have to be so switched on, really concentrated, making sure you're selecting fresh tyres, of course, making sure your setup's really dialed in.
You got to be on it.
Yeah, and your results will follow as well. So it is Edwards that's out there first.
Yes, in that kick Sauber, my lovely green machine, or as my dad calls it, the vomit comet. He's just gone through the kink of turn 2, around turn 3, which he's obviously seen some big smashes in real life.
Yeah,
hopefully
dives down the inside and throwing drivers off track. So
yes, which is just there's no need for it. If you're alongside, go for it. If you're not, don't bother. That's your motto. If you're alongside, go for the move. If you're not, don't try and come from 90 yards behind. You can't come from out of Mongolia to make a pass. It's suicide. It's suicide.
Yeah, so let's stay on board with Edward then. He's just about to start his lap as he comes through the final 2 corners. Will he now be feeling that pressure a little bit just to try and get this pole position? You would have seen these storms went quicker than him. So let's see what banker Edward can do.
Yeah, he's definitely out there on used tyres. Won't go out on fresh, there's no point. Unless you're going to spare, of course, you can, but sometimes it's always better to go on a set of scrubs just in case you validate it the first time around. Locks up into turn 3.
Yeah, he did look at that right front a little bit.
Can Edwards prove to us that he is tier 1 and deserves to be there regardless?
Well, I think near the bottom of tier 1 and the top of tier 2 is quite close. So let's see what Edward can do. He's on purple, of course.
Really hooks turn 8 nicely into turn 9.
Bit wide there though. Bit slow through there as well. So he has lost a little bit of lap time through those final 2 right-handers.
105.1, yeah. I think he would have done that on scrubs the same as Malk. He does a 105 flat. So I think Edward would have done that on scrubs. No need to bolt it straight away, but here comes Storms and Rebel. There's a lot of drivers ahead of him.
Oh, Oliver the most.
Yeah.
Doing the most in P1. Fair play to him.
And then the 2 McLarens cross over behind it, but here comes Storms and Rebel. Only goes P4, so it's evident that these guys are on scrub tyres.
Yeah, I mean, then you got to say to yourself, is Oliver the most and a fixer on the used doing a 4.2 and a 5?
Easily.
Know.
But Banter Brandon only wants to sell up, as Jays and Gravangan are both validated there. But here comes a man with the 2 fat ladies on his car. 88. Also number used by Robert Kubica. Flicks into the final corner. Here comes Banter Brandon. And does go P2 with a 104.4.
Yeah, so that is a good lap time on Banter Brandon. I think he's on pad still, to be honest. So he does have not the benefits of not being able to flip, which is another shame. But he still manages to do great performances on the pad.
He does indeed. So everyone in the pits right now.
Oh, isn't he how cute?
Yeah, I have to wait a few minutes now before they start the final runs.
Yeah, they'll be waiting for that time to come right down now.
Yeah. So we're going to say and twiddle our thumbs for a bit. Ball's saying he's on pad as well in P4.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah. If I was on pad, I'd be looking for they could do 114.
So Gravangan is having to come out again, obviously.
Yeah. Wants a free track. Wants a nice empty track.
I appreciate everyone that's come in to view this afternoon. We have 31 viewers here at Formula 7 Racing. Hope you all had a good weekend as well. It's been a lot of sport on this weekend. You've got obviously the golf, if anyone is interested in that, and the Masters, Premier League is back as well. So
it is.
Today is filled with sport, which is great.
Yeah, it's the final day of the Masters. If anyone's watching that.
Yeah, I
was going to watch it, but I forgot it was on. To be fair, but you can't go wrong with Rory trying to get another green jacket. But I have no idea how he's doing now, so I have no clue.
He is tied at the lead, 11 under. So I hope he can have a great day today.
With who?
I think it's with Cameron Young. Cameron Young's come right back into the mix, so he's joint leader. as well. Yeah, we had the horse racing yesterday. Aya Maximus won.
I totally forgot that was on.
A lot of people won on Aya Maximus. He was the favourite. Always bet on the favourite to win. He won the Gold Cup as well. So yeah, this weekend's been decent for sport as Gravangan goes purple in Sector 1.
How can you bet you're not old enough, Kev? Yeah, of course. I think the spot was in better yesterday. It went Arsenal lost.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had some money on Bournemouth to win.
It would have been a lot more than a Grand National, put it that way. So I say you bet on the favourite, you never get the same, you never get a decent return.
Yeah, this is looking decent from Gravangan here.
It is.
He's potentially going to put himself onto that top spot.
The purple sector 2 as well. They say he's going to get through his final 2 corners. Not a lot of battery left for him.
He's been the only driver out there on track as well, so it's been nice to have the whole track to yourself. Coming to the line now, where's Gravangan going to put himself? And it's enough for that provisional pole, and it's a 3.8 for Gravangan.
I think that's the fastest time of the day, because I kind of forgot what the pole time was in Tier 3. I know it's a 103. I don't know that much, but it could have just beaten the Tier 3 time.
Yeah, great from Gravangan there. He'll be happy with that, but can he get round and can he get himself out again if he has a fresh set of tyres to use? Or was that the only ones he had, and he's going to be hoping that no one improves? So then the guy that sat in P2 of Ola the most, he has come out now, going to be fighting for that pole position. Yeah, can he get it?
103.9 was a pole in Tier 3. So that's what Gravangan done was only just beaten. Just told you, Pretty, you should have been in Tier 2 rather. I might have word in Nathan's trying to get you caught up. Anyway, Oliver Mose on his
another one, not another one.
Another one. No, 4.5 is not bad on the scrub set at all. But let's see what Oliver de Mose can do. Here he comes, he's about to start it.
Yeah, it's been interesting to sort of see some of them go a bit earlier on here. We want to wait another minute or so, but it's going to be fine for Oliver de Mose. He's going to have near enough his maximum as a track as what everyone else is going to get.
Yeah, there's both McLarens on the way out. Oliver de Mose getting through turn 1 nicely as well.
Pretty nicely as well as McLaren's getting out of his way. Into turn 3 then. How is he going to manage it? Doesn't lock up any of the tyres there. And that was a pretty decent entry and exit.
I hate turn 3, it's horrible. I can never get it right.
How is the ex-tier 1 driver going to be through here then? That turned in pretty nicely.
Nice and smooth. See, he's not overcorrecting, he's not finding the car either. He's just keeping it nice and smooth.
Purple sector 2 then, so is he putting on pressure to Gravangan?
Seeing that out as he comes to the final 2 corners.
The man from Denmark, where is he going to put it? Is he going to get that pole position? Not quite,
No.
He's still enough for P2. But there's drivers behind him that are going to be coming, so unlucky to Oliver de Mose there. He's not managed to get that pole position. But has he got enough fuel in that car maybe to go again?
Yeah,
recharge the battery. Here comes Banter Brandon, and he's just started his lap time. Let's stay on board with the Ferrari driver. We do have the 2 McLarens ahead that are on lap times, and Sam Flea is invalidated.
Oh dear.
So is he going to be giving the toe to his teammate? Adam's going to be getting a little bit of dirty hair through here.
Edward is lined up for times right now. It's purple, sector 2. Edward on track, final 2 corners. He did light up sector 2. Can he do it?
No, not enough for Edward there. Only a 4.0 as it stands then, but back to the McLarens. Sam Flea is still ahead. No, he's not, sorry. It's changed the other way around now. Adam's gone purple sector 2. Has he got enough in the tank? Malk's actually in front of these guys. No, he's not. I do apologise. Through the final corner, Adam goes. He has absolutely sent it. And this one up to pole position. It's a
Wow, look at that.
3.6. But let's not forget there's some other drivers coming to the line. It's only enough for P3 for Banter Brandon. A fixer on that top spot, but Molk is coming as well. He's not purple in sector 2, sorry. He's only 5 tenths up. That's only a 4.5. He's only around P5, P6 in the moment. 2 final corners to go. Mad G.
Yeah. Wow. This is crazy. As Adam McLaren's found
It's
a
not
chink.
enough. It's
No,
only
it's not.
P6 for Molk.
Has Adam found a chink in Malk's armour?
So the last driver to come through then is going to be Jays. What can Jays do? We know sometimes he can throw a spanner in the mix.
That'd be crazy if he ends up getting pole.
Oh, and that's enough for P6. And Molk ended up dropping down to P8.
Wow.
But that is it for the qualifying session here this afternoon. And it's gone McLaren. And it's gone in the way of Adam's favour. He's found that lap type in the end. Gavangan only doing a 3.7, so he was very close in the end. Is that everyone finishing their lap times? Is people still pushing? I don't think they are.
Gavangan managed to do a 3.7.
Gone for a drifting session, but wow, there you have it then. It is Adam on that top spot.
Storms is still going. Storms is still out there.
Says he's down massively on my time though.
Maybe he's not out there, but you see he was in overtake. But no, he's done. So Gavangan actually did well to try and get close where he fixed it.
Yeah, he did. He set that lap time only a couple of minutes ago, or seconds ago, should I say? And,
yeah, 9 thousandths of a second.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, the first 6 all in the 103s, and Edward in P7 not too far away either. That is a quick tier 2 Q3 times, very quick. I'm sure you guys in tier 1 will be knocking in the 102s.
Yeah, there you have it. A fixture on the top spot then, and followed him is Gravangan. On the second row is with Banter Brandon and XT Storms. On the third row with Honors of Oath and Jays, and the rest then is Edward, Sam Fleet, Sam B, Molk and Bulska.
So look at the separation, 9 thousandths of a second. And then it's 2 tenths down the third. Unbelievable. Guys, now on the formation lap, only 3 drivers left on the hard tyres, which is Bradley, Mohi and Julius. As we got disqualified in Q1.
Yeah, so if you're near the back going on the hards, it's not a bad choice at that point.
The mouse is climbing longer.
Radar despejado, tenemos buen tiempo por ahora.
Something interesting this is, especially when it comes to like to turn one, what this song's going to be like. If they get it through nice and clean.
Yeah, I mean the race is one in turn one, you know.
Well, that's the well, you think that, but the mentality is some think it is. Unfortunately, you can't deny that fact. But they've been clean lately. So let's see what happens this time round.
So then, the last drive on this grid is just lining up of Julius. There you have it. He's going to be into his grid spot now, just trying to get some late heat into those hard compounded tyres. A little bit glitchy, but here we go then. It is 5 lights here in Austria. And we are lights out and away we go. Sponsored by Sim Racing Setups and it's been a decent start. And someone's on the grass there in the background. And Adam has got through unscathed. The Williams and the Visa are side by side in the background. Willie's going to come out on top there, but they've all got through turn one unscathed, Maggie.
Yeah, remember that was on the grass. It's on the start, so who knows what happens. But I say Adam, I literally had a cracking start.
Bien, fue una buena salida. Intenta avanzar.
Got through turn 3 fine as well. Back to back and hard as tails, but A56 at the moment controlled, smooth, and not giving an inch.
And Java and Walter are going at it. Two teammates, sorry, not two teammates, because of the white and red livery, it looks very close. Alright, let's get rid of the tyres and so we can see a little bit more of the action. Hayes has just got past. Someone's gone on the gravel as well in the background there.
I'm not sure who that was. Still seems pretty fine. And no one in the pit, so they all got through nice and clean. No one's got anything.
DRS activado, DRS activado.
Obviously got I don't know, maybe push onto the grass and now
So here comes, sorry to interrupt you, Banter Brandon is got past with Vangan as well, and he's coming up to a fixer now pretty closely.
Oliver the Mo's actually got past Jays as well for P5.
Jabba,
wow, Jabba. He must have missed that corner entirely and skipped over it.
Yeah, so did he have to do some avoiding stuff there, did Jabba? Not the 10 seconds that he would have wanted.
No, unfortunately that will get served in the pitch, which is a bit of a shame.
It is, yeah. So who else is the closest battle here on the track? It is Jabba, just on the back of Fury's rolling, to be honest. But let's go back to the front and see how they're getting on. Oliver's most is just...
As you were. It's as you
a little bit
were.
of touch.
It is 4 tenths between the top two. I have to say now Adam has really got to think because every car behind is going to have DRS.
That's the issue now, it's all about ERS management for Adam at the front. This has been a solid first 3 laps for F7 Racing here at the Tier 2 division. And Santa Brandon is hot on the tails of a fixture. Molt has passed Sam B, so is he going to try and slip the McLaren? No,
Sam B said no.
Sam B said no. So he's protecting his teammate, and this is causing problems behind.
It is, because I say Ball and Cameron are out there, and Cameron trying to make a move.
Sam Lee is taking that defensive line as well. It's going to be... they're getting a little bit... now the Ferrari's going to get through. The great defending there from the McLaren. Cam Murray is on the outside. Molk was pretty inside in this. Molk has gone through. We've had a great shot from the view of the helicopter there.
Helicopter.
Great stuff from the McLaren as well. Can he get onto the back of Jason? He is still within that DRS as well. But yeah, Plan B.
Banter Band was a lot closer, and I mean a lot closer this time through Bardem, you know, just over 2 tenths behind.
Sorry, here comes Edwards, and he's through on Bulska. Very good lap.
Here comes Van der Bannen, who's going to make the move into turn 3.
It's all going on. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. No, they're not. Oh my God, it was getting a little bit feisty there, but here comes Van der Branden again on a fixture.
He's going to drive, he's going to get DRS as well, and takes the lead.
And here comes Gervangen, let's not forget about him. Is he going to follow Van der Branden through as well? He's down the inside, and Adam just lets it happen. He's on the outside line there, and just needs to slot him behind. Wow, overtaken by 2 drivers there.
It is, this racetrack is just a yo-yo fest. Up and down all the time. Van der Branden now leads from Gervangen from the fixer. I'll tell you what, Storms is there as well.
He is, yeah, he's really putting pressure on to Adam now. Adam's just trying to charge that battery though. He does have left with 2 cars ahead of him. He has that to do more pushing than those 2 other cars, and Storms had to drive out of that final corner there. Wow, what's all going on here? The Red Bull Ring.
It is, but I'll tell you what, I think Adam's going to lose another place in a minute to Storms, even though they will have DRS. I'll tell you what, Adam actually took. Wow, that's interesting from Adam. Interesting, stay there with Storms through turn 3. Doesn't get a drive, he does, but I think Gervangen might make a move on P1 here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the straight line speed on Van der Branden choosing the outside line. That's going to be soft with Van der Branden defending the inside. Van der Branden pushes him out there, and Gervangen is still there, they're side by side, and it's going to be Gervangen that gets through on the Ferrari.
It is.
Great move there from Gervangen.
And the third new leader of the race in 5 laps, Gervangen now leads the race.
Incredible stuff here at Formula 7 Racing. And this is what it's all about. And Van der Branden is still on his cell. Someone on the background that's gone off the track there. That was Oliver the Moose.
Oliver the Moose will still have DRS though.
And XP Storms has picked up a 3-second time penalty.
Oh dear. After 6 laps already, that's not good.
No. How close can Van der Branden get to Gervangen? He's recharging that battery. Good look for a move on the inside that time round. Is someone going to take a stab at a fixer in a minute of XP Storms, or potentially Oliver de Moose? So here comes James on Oliver de
Vigila el
Moose.
subviraje cuando te pegues al coche de adelante. Emitirá aire sucio que afectará a nuestros neumáticos, así que intenta rebasar.
Van der Branden has put on the ERS and tries to get past Gervangen, and there he is, he's through. Gervangen's got no reply that time round. Van der Branden back into the lead of this race. I tell you what, Adam does not want to be the 3rd car in this battle, trying to get past the 2 ahead of him.
It's going to be difficult, very difficult. But looking at the battery state, obviously I can see more than what you can. And it looks like Adam's got a lot more to spare.
Yeah, so Adam does have more of the head in front, as you can just see from the steering wheel there.
So you just might be able to push that a little bit more in places now.
So is there anything else going further down? Slandy on Hayes, is he going to be able to get through on her? No, it's one big train, and it's not split off at all. They're all in this main train.
It is. It's literally a DRS straight from first to last. And Sampley finally gets past Mohee. P16.
Oh, sorry, it's split off at Sampley now.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the bow with Mohee, so that's why we lost a bit of time. But give it time, I'm sure they'll catch up again.
Yeah, but some of the cars battling ahead as well. But so good that we've got a main train. And was that someone trying to make a move down the inside? That's Sampley already into the pit lane.
Also going for a
And
two-stop
Fury
lane.
Dory as well. So they're looking to maybe potentially get the undercut. With them being on the train, this is a perfect opportunity for them. Is a fixer going to be able to come at Gervangen there? He's pushing him. He's trying to push him into a move on Van der Branden as well. He shows that outside line. Kavanga just keeps it apart. There is a bit of a switch back from Adam. No, he's just not been able to get the exit that time round. Got no threat from behind his Adam this time round, so he's able to recharge that battery a lot better. Are we going to see any of the front guys sort of respond to this?
Oh no, we'll soon find out. I'd say penalties are starting to come in now, but this is such a close foul. All the way.
No into the pit lane.
The guy at the back line winning, that is...
That's Cameron, he's in. There's a car ahead of him in as well, XP Storms. Cameron got to get that slowed down. And goes nicely.
Recuerda ajustar el modo del RS en el PMF si lo necesitas.
But here comes the banging, making a move on Banter Bannon to P1. So good for the turn 3. Oh, and Adam nearly goes to the back of it. Adam broke so late that he went to the back of the Ferrari then.
It is. Kind of Brandon not had that DRS that time round, but not been able to get close enough to the Vanger. And the page just dropping back slightly here. Is Oliver Moose. He's probably going to be out of that 1 second now, and he is.
So is Mal as well, down in P6.
Oh yeah, so this is good. Yeah, this is good for Sam B. Is out, but like Nathan said in the chat, this is good for Sam B because he's probably potentially going to come out of these guys in front when he stops, when they pit.
Yeah, it is when they pit. That's the thing. So Oliver Moses in, Jay's in, Malk's in, so is Edward.
So this is interesting. Where is Sam? No, Smoke stayed out.
Nos acercamos a la ventana de parada en boxes. Vamos a ponerte neumáticos medios.
Let's have a look. I will have a look at the...
Yeah, going to be close to Sam because he's coming out ahead of him here. How much far is he going to come out ahead though? Quite a bit of a distance.
So yeah, still 9 drivers of pit.
La distancia con respecto a tu coequipero detrás de ti es 4.0 segundos.
Storms on Sam, please. And he is through. So this is good for Sam because he has the DRS. But now he doesn't want to be trying to overtake that Red Bull. Kind of just wants to follow him. So we're not losing much time to get these undercuts on the guys ahead. Cam Ruddy and Oliver the Most going at it, and it's going to be Oliver the Most that gets past. Sorry, no, it's Cam Ruddy. It's Cam Ruddy that gets past.
And so is Banter Bannon, but Fitzer stays out.
There's Adam then. So Adam knows his teammate is potentially going to get the undercut on these. This is McLaren teamwork going on.
Yeah, want to push this lap as well. As I say, he's the only
Is Sam Flea going to get out ahead though? I don't know if he is. They're already coming down the pit lane. Has Sam Flea been able to do it? No, there's two cars ahead of Banter Brandon. This is close now. Sam B needs to push, and he has got ahead of him. He's got ahead of Banter Brandon, but not ahead of Gavanger. So that is interesting. Now Cam Ruddy's got past his teammate. So what else Ferrari are going to play it here now then? Cam Ruddy essentially is racing for his own race. His teammate has got a chance to win, so this is incredible stuff.
Interesting what's happening. Sam Flea obviously went to the leading as well. So Adam will most probably pit this lap.
Look how far Mog's come out as well. He's down in P14.
Adam stays out. I thought he was coming in, he stays out.
So what Adam may be potentially trying to do is going for that one stop.
Yeah, I think he's only 15 seconds ahead of Gavanger right now.
En esta vuelta, aprieta ahora.
On his sides compared to Gavanger, who's just pitted. To say 14.7, that time is coming down, it's coming down fast.
They will be coming down fast here. The mediums does not work around it.
No,
one stop can work, Bjorn. Your teammate tried it in realistic. Or should I say one of your drivers tried it.
I don't know, maybe Adam has stayed out a bit too long on those medium tyres. Maybe trying to revert to a 2-stopper, I don't know. But it looks like Adam wants to do the 1-stop.
Yeah, he needs to get to around 17. if he wants it to get reached.
Well, Reese is another level though, isn't it?
And then now Van der Branden gets past Cam Ruddick, and that opens him up.
La batería está cargada. Vamos a usar el botón adelantar.
I think he's carrying on. He's not quitting. Adam still goes in a lap. But of course, those times are coming down.
Recuerda, a boxes en esta vuelta, ten cuidado de no exceder el límite de velocidad. Fíjate en la línea al entrar.
Track and no one behind him to get DRS off either. But will Storms get it? Does he get it? He does. Storms does get DRS on Gravanian.
So what are the two Williams going to do now? They're going to work together with no haste and just like the racer himself. They don't like to get caught up in any of these counter battles, so she'll be looking to get past it. And I feel like goalie that is ahead of her.
Just over a second behind Hayes, so might not be able to do much.
Yeah, she's pushing, here she comes on the outside.
Oh, what a move!
And she is going to make that move stick. Good racing there from the pair.
Well, Vices are moving off on the outside of turn 4, not in any way really.
Andy is probably coming into the pit lane now. This is a dangerous line is coming in, you can cut the pit lane.
Crazy, that's finally the 12 lap and hard, and they fixed the start out on the same mediums. Incredible stuff though. Let's hope Adam doesn't turn Mr. Pelly back and get a flat tyre somewhere.
Yeah, so has Sam B done enough to hold up Van der Branden is not pushing Sam B is pushing, sorry. And there goes Van der Branden driving down the inside. They're both late on the brakes. Who's going to get the exit? I think it's going to be Van der Branden.
Don't know, it's actually Sam B. But Van der Branden will have the DRS.
There we go.
And the street's fast.
There we go, Deadlick. He's in the middle of no man's land.
A boxes en esta vuelta y recuerda el límite de velocidad. Recibirás una penalización si te pasas. Que no se te olvide cuando te acerques.
Still going at it. Is Oliver the Mo's next to Tom. They're side by side for that whole section.
It was. I think Oliver the Mo's might win this battle as well. Oliver the Mo's does win the battle.
He does. Good move there. Mohi, he's in the pit lane. Gravanga now then.
But at the same time, Storm takes the penalty as well.
Llevas buen ritmo. Estás alcanzando al auto de adelante un segundo por vuelta.
But then we do right, getting what he wants.
Sam B still got the task then. Oh, trying to hold up these guys behind. Brandon is just starting to run away now from Sam B. Tell the difference in tyres, you know.
Yeah, you can as well, but like I said, they're pulling it. Even Julius is catching at them, and that's saying something. So Julius was at the back, being the back of the pack all race. He's now second, and obviously he's still yet to pit. But he's closing Adam down.
Yeah, so what is the battle to watch on with Molk on Fury Boy?
Puede que tengas menos agarre, no metas mucha presión a las ruedas.
You can manage to do it.
Goes another lap, so yeah, the one-stopper's on for him. He's losing time hand of a fist.
Yeah,
the guys behind now, yeah.
behind that.
To say he will have pressure tyres at the end. To say with this finish, got to make those tyres last 19 to 20 laps.
Now in the background, move off the track there. There goes Gavanga, and he's been released into the clean air. He's still getting clean air.
Pégate el auto y aprovecha cualquier error.
Since he should be. Gavanga is on the charge indeed on good. That is Landy past Skills, and that's Cam Ruddy past Sam B as well. Sam B is just becoming a sitting duck for his teammate.
Yeah. But think about it this way, right? When Adam pits, right, so Gravanian and Badger Bandit has got to try and gain an entire pit stop on him.
Well, what he's been doing here is just recharging the battery. Now he needs to probably come in. Can he do 20 laps on the hard compound tire?
He is coming in. He's coming in for those one and only stop. But I tell you what, he's going to have to close in about, seconds per lap. Try and catch back the leaders. And Gavangan retakes the lead.
Got a hell of a distance as well.
Yeah.
Sandy did do his job of sort of hold him up as long as he could. I tell you what, A-Picture does not want to be released into some terrible positions here.
He's going to come out, maybe coming out behind Moe. If everyone else is doing a two-stopper, Adam can bring something back, but like I said, these guys are going to, when they do pit the second time round, they're going to have fresh tyres now, and that's it. It's going to be difficult.
Oh, there goes Oliver DeMose. He's not able to get past him. So then, with Sam now, this is a huge task of him staying ahead of this, or in this top
Recuerda,
five,
a boxes en esta vuelta, ten cuidado de no exceder el límite de velocidad. Fíjate en la línea al entrar.
He's actually in AI right now. Storm's left the session.
Yeah, Sam B has got the task to really try and hold up these group of cars for his teammate now.
That does not help Adam at all.
But it doesn't know. Adam is now trying to get past the Red Bull, and he's through on them as well. So he's made two overtakes in this one lap. That's not too bad. Now needs to get to the back of these other two cars, but he's still got a long way to catch that train.
The AI Storm is pit after 8 laps on hards. So obviously Storm is not back in his car yet.
Oh, is it Storm? Who is it? Sorry?
Storms, XD Storms. He obviously lagged out, and of course his car hit.
He's got his on. Yeah, not even online, so he's had some kind of real technical issue. Comes to a power cut.
Yeah, it's like his Wi-Fi is dropped off.
Yeah.
So Harry, it looks like
Oliver DeMose is got onto the back of Cam Ruddy as well.
Yeah, Harry did say he wasn't going to follow this race, but unfortunately technical issues have followed it for you.
Bien, lideramos nuestro equipo por 13.7 segundos.
Out in front, over 3 seconds ahead of Banter right now. And I think Julius is still out there on his hard, obviously going for a one-stop himself.
A6 is very close to Mercedes now. Does he want to make a turn? Take into turn 1. He's probably just behind, and he is going for it. Has he got the DRS as well? Did he just stay behind the Mercedes long enough? And he did.
Yes. Adam on the charge. A lot of time to make up, but also the 14th place now with Swandy ahead of him on those mediums.
Struggling for battery though, so skills might come back at him. No, just had the exit. He's got a better tyres at that point. Yeah, Harry, I'm trying.
All over, now ready for P5, sorry, P4. And Julius as well. Obviously, Julius has been a bottleneck for these, so what does Julius stays out of the lap? Julius still goes. I think Julius is going to lose more positions in turn 3 with Cameron and Oliver Mose right behind him.
So here comes
La distancia de adelante es 2.6 segundos.
Joe is just not letting him go through there, and I think the answer says just go.
Here comes Cameron on Julius. Down to turn 4. Downhill braking zone at turn 4. Gets the inside line and makes him lead.
Yeah, good move there from Cam Ruddy. Double Ferrari podium as it stands. What will Cam Ruddy do for his teammate now?
No olvides entrar en boxes en esta vuelta. Vemos niveles peligrosos de desgaste. Cuida los neumáticos o considera entrar a boxes por un juego nuevo.
Ferrari team games don't actually sit in the same centres there, mate. They'll have a cup of coffee first.
How's Adam getting on now? Where is he? He's in P14, he's still 1.3 seconds back. It took him a while to catch Landy, to be honest.
El auto de adelante es un segundo más rápido por vuelta, un segundo.
To this train ahead. He's done half the job.
He's got the rest of the job today.
There
Oliver
goes.
Mose, yes,
Oliver Mose.
P4.
¡Eh!
See
joder!
Julius still out there on
Oh, there's been a mistake! Oh, they've had a pile up! Oh, and that's caused probably so much damage to the cars.
Nah, so I don't know what happened. Did I
Here
learn
comes
today?
Hayes on Sandy. How has she managed to get the gear? Oh, it's been terrible. So many cars got damaged. Is Malk been able to come unscathed there?
No, he hasn't. No, Mark has got damage. Mark has got damage
Yeah,
on
to
his
that
front
end
end.
plate.
Yeah, end
What
plate,
about Edward?
from
I
Matt.
think he's okay. He is. He was the only car that didn't get caught up in that. There was Oliver Mose that spun on the curb, and plenty of cars came crashing and falling up.
Oh, see, I was about to say what happened. Where you did
Sam does have damage.
De acuerdo,
coming
te
into the pit
recibimos
lane,
en esta
probably a good
vuelta.
time for him to box. Malk's coming in as well.
Oh, it's going to be a double stack from Williams.
Oh, so he's going to lose even more time because Hayes is going to be the first to do it, yeah.
Adam, this has worked out for Adam because he's now in P8.
He is
This
now,
actually
yeah.
worked. So, I mean, when I saw it first, I thought maybe Julius might
Una
tap
parada en
Oliver
boxes
Mose on the
perfecta.
exit
Buen
to make
trabajo
him spin
tanto
round,
del
but
personal
if
como
Oliver
tú.
Mose just lost on the curb, then unfortunately Julius was an instant.
Cuida los
Oh,
neumáticos,
only just
tienen que
getting that
aguantar
front
hasta
wing
el
onto
final
that
de la
car
carrera.
now.
Oh,
And he's still
wow.
not gone. He's still not left the box. What's going on? Now he has.
The Storms with a fast lap of race of 169. As Adam goes round the outside of Splandy.
Yeah, he just has more of the grip, more of the traction, and he's now up into P7. And that, I tell you what, Adam is just given him a hell of a boost because
He will.
Sam B is still ahead of Malta. Malta has a 3-second time penalty. If potentially
no.
Malta going to pick up no points today.
Well, you know, you've got to finish outside the top 15 not to get points. This is going to be a big ask. Cameron now in the pit, which will promote Adam up another place. Adam now P6. Still behind Bill 81 and Oliver DeRose. And I think, yeah,
I'm going to have a quick look at the championship standings just to see what the gap is. I know it's quite a distance. It's not quite a
Y
distance.
la distancia con el auto de adelante es 3.3 segundos.
Adam's got the P5, he's past
It's
481.
got to P4 now.
Oh, P4, sorry, yeah.
So if Adam wins this race today and potentially Malk did pick up any points, Adam could be into the championship lead.
Wow.
This championship is still on for other drivers as well.
Yeah. It's a shame for Malk, but unfortunately got caught up in an engine incident. You can't do much if someone spins in front of you and you go bang. We'll say no ghosting, so therefore you've
And
got
yeah,
to
this
kick
is going to
out.
obviously bring back Brandon. Don Bedford in this in the race today. That was massive.
Oliver DeRose pits, that promotes Adam up into the podium place of P3 now.
Yeah, so that is Spencer Brandon into the lead of the race then.
Yeah, so Adam now P2. So he's got a lot literally 12 laps to save those hard tyres. So he's got 12 seconds to get to catch Spencer Brandon. But he will
This
have...
could be massive for Malk Championship. Like, you could potentially not be leading the championship at the end of the day. This is incredible stuff.
No hay problemas con los neumáticos por ahora, sigue cuidándolos.
Yeah, look, the Vandens came out.
P4, yeah.
Is that his double pit stop? It is, right?
That was his second pit stop, yeah. He's still more or less about 1.5 seconds behind Adam.
Yeah, so he's probably going to win this race, isn't he? Now being on that right strategy.
All depends if Splandy's going to be a nuisance. No, he's not. I think Splandy's coming in the pits anyway. Splandy doing the right thing, just pulling over, backing out, let him go.
So what is the difference in tyres between the 8 laps that Adam has been on the East of Vanden's been on 1 lap now as well? So Vanden was just looking up at the time to his left.
Eddie with the fastest lap of the race. Wow, that's not bad from Eddie. 6-1. And Mark is still having a fight with Jay down at P17.
James now.
Super Skills pits, and so does Swandy. Gavangan is through. Gavangan is now P2.
Good move from Gavangan there. He's got incredible pace this afternoon. What is Van der Branden going to do though? Is he going to be able to stick it out for 10 laps? Or 11 laps, should I say?
Yeah, can Van der Branden keep
No, he's coming in.
Oh dear. Okay. So Gavangan will take the lead of this race. But how far does Van der Branden fall down? That's the thing. He does have a sizable gap to Gavangan, 9.5 seconds.
He's just been releasing the quick stop. Yeah, just before Marco going. He's already 1.7 ahead, so I don't think Adam will be looking to win at this point. He's just be looking to try and keep that Ferrari behind him if he can. There's Cam ready for on his teammate.
Now Cam ready. But say Van der Branden's going to make those medium tyres last 10 laps. Of course, those tyres at the end are going to be absolutely screaming for Van der Branden.
Molt up into P14 now, so he's in the point. But this comes into the fact that Sam B is there, and he needs to get past Sam B, and Sam B doesn't have a time benefit, but the cars around him does. So what is Molt going to try and do to get past the McLaren?
He's not looking for it. I'd say Mark on for 2.2 points.
Oh man, that's
Mark can make a move down at turn 4. I don't think so, no. Just stays behind.
Yeah,
locks up as well.
Stay there.
He locks up
He will
as
be
well.
kicking himself, Will Molt.
Julius has just left the session. Yeah, Malk will be kicking himself, but like I say, there's nothing Malk could have done there. Something happened around the exit of a corner. There's no way to predict that. You can't script it. You can't avoid it. It's just unfortunate. You can be kicking himself all he likes. There's nothing else he could have done there.
Can't see his name on the list, so Julius has had technical problems as well.
And Malk goes wide on the final corner as well, so didn't get the run out of it at all.
Yeah, he just knows he needs to obviously keep it as consistent as he can. With Sam B being on a fresh tyre as well as, it's the same level of tyre as Molt.
Yeah.
It's going to be even more of a task for him. Cameron has opened up his teammate to go.
Julius, his AI has gone onto soft tyres. Oh dear.
Thank you so much, guys.
Not what he wanted.
No,
This is so important for Molt's championship fight. But he's probably going to stay around P14. Let's not forget super skills as well. He can potentially take these points away. So I know what Sam B's going to be having up his sleeve towards the end of this race.
Yeah, as no he gets past Sam Flea. So Sam Flea and Sam B in nose to tail. It's so hard to say that without getting your tongue twisted.
Can Adam keep that 4.7 gap to Van der Branden?
It's going to be difficult because Van der Branden's on fresh mediums.
He is on fresh mediums, yeah. He is chasing the McLaren down. Gravangan's going to make up a chunk of points here as well.
He is. Gravangan just walking off to the distance like it was basically an easy Sunday drive.
Yeah, he just kept looking up at the times, and once he seen probably a fixture within 19 or 20, he thought he decided to box, and it was going to open up his chances, and it has. And
Julius needs an invite.
Running away with this.
Julius Gonzalez, the Mexican, needs an invite. El Mexico, time to get those tortillas going, mate. So it's all calming down a little bit as Mauk. There's lots of Mauk. What's happened to Mauk? Mauk's gone round.
He has. Has he had a contact with someone? And here comes the Red Bull. We know at XD Storms, he's not. Is he back in that car yet?
I don't know. Mauk, yeah, I don't know. He could have got contact with someone or just lost the back end through turn 5.
We're doing the invites. I missed that because I was on board with Sam B.
Yeah, I just caught it as I saw the positions drop. I did catch right at the ends, and of course, then Mauk locks up at turn 1, Storms right behind him.
Has he got damage to that front wing again?
Not that I can see.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
It looks fine. But Mauk can now.
No, he's let Storms go through.
Yeah, he's let Storms go. So Mauk now
Has
not
Molt
on
just
first.
accepted then? that he's not going to be making any points here this afternoon.
Wow. What a chink in the
That
armour it is from Alk.
incredible. It's going to be a whole 25 points gain if Banter Brandon doesn't catch the A fixer.
Yeah. But I'd say he's only 2 seconds behind him. Adam obviously trying to manage his ERS at the same time. Julius is now back in.
2 seconds is the gap now. For 6 laps to go, I think. And then I'll tell you what, A fixer's been brought. Banter Brandon has brought Cam Ruddy along as well.
He has indeed.
Could it be a double podium for Ferrari?
Storms his pit, so Mark could just go back into P17, but he's 5 seconds behind the rest of the pack.
He was pushing to try and get past Edward as well. Edward has that 3-second time penalty. That's not going to be helping him too much.
It is not, but it's a great show from Edward.
Le sobra mucha energía. Usa el botón adelantar.
Yeah, and it gives him that confidence going into tonight as well, with doing a bit of practice and trying to find that. Hayes is out there with a missing end plate as well again.
I'm just trying to
repair it on the first time now.
I'm confused looking at this. Did Edward pit again? I'm sure he started on hards. Let me find out.
Yeah, look at this from the 2 Ferraris. They are stuck on the back of Adam now.
No. Sorry, I thought Edward started on hards, but no, he didn't. He started on mediums, so Edward's done his 2 stops. Say P5 is actually
Pégate al auto. Si comete un error, puedes recuperar la posición.
Hayes, she's come by well. P6, having a dreadful qualifying, then a P6. But also, I'll tell you what, Hayes is running with wing cameras as well.
Yeah, it's an incredible race. Molt now picks up another 3-second time penalty back at the back there.
Yeah, his fate has been sealed with that second penalty. But tell you what, there's 3 laps to go. Who would drive the debut?
Oh, I'd have to see the position changes and things like that, you know, at the end of this race. There's still a couple of laps to go. I've been sent a friend request, I don't know that's on.
Well, if you want position changes, so far it's Hayes with 10 places gained.
Los neumáticos están en buenas condiciones.
At the end of the day, but we cannot forget Gravangan, A fixer, Banter Brandon, what their races have been like as well, to put themselves into the position.
Edward with another penalty. Oh dear. So Hayes is looking for a P5 finish here. That's an epic finish from there.
Yeah, Cam Ruddy has done well as well. Banter Brandon to take that outside line. That opened up the teammate of Cam Ruddy to get through. No, just let him go. There's a bit of a thank you just to say. Thank you for letting me stay in the DRS. Because potentially the 2 Ferraris could get a podium here.
They could indeed. The one stop was there, but unfortunately it's not panned out the way Adam wanted it to. What happened this time round? Coming to the DRS section of the main straight.
Listo, dale. Una entrada perfecta. Hicimos un buen tiempo de parada en boxes. Buen trabajo.
I think he's going to wait for it.
Yeah, just recharging the battery.
Estrategia de boxes completa. Tienes que aguantar hasta el final con esos neumáticos.
This now will be looking just to try and keep Cam Ruddy behind him. These 6 are going to be sneaky at this time round. Didn't choose the inside line. And Brandon's going to
Bandera azul, bandera azul.
Is Adam going to be able to get the exit? Not quite. Here comes Banter Brandon. Let's not forget he's on the mediums though. These mediums will start to level out probably
Deja
on that
pasar el auto de atrás en cuanto puedas. No competimos contra él.
Kept it for that lap. The yellow flag.
There is a yellow flag. Is that Mohi?
Mohi, yeah.
Must have gone wide at turn 1 then. I lose the position to Sam B.
Those super skills, and then Sam Flea is absolutely through past the Mercedes. He's trying to go for that double overtake. Oh, he's had a moment. Oh, he managed just to catch that car, but you could see he would have wiped out the racing ball ahead of him. Wow, that was something at the end of this race.
I say Jabba holding his own down in P13.
Back to the front then. Is Banter Brandon just feeling these mediums just sort of go away from him slightly. He's pushing, he's coming at Adam. Has Adam got enough to defend? Lunge down the inside. Switch back with opportunity for a fixer, no.
Here comes Camry.
Doesn't have DRS as a fixer.
La
There goes
distancia con el
Camry.
coche de adelante es 34.4 segundos.
That will hurt Adam massively, knowing there's only a few laps left to go. But those hard compounded tyres have just not managed to stay on for a fixture.
Yeah, we'll obviously be a point, 1 point ahead of Malk. Sorry, no, 1 point behind. Yeah, 1 point behind. Sorry.
He's only 9 points behind in the championship.
Oh, 9. I thought it was 19.
No, 9 points.
Oh,
So this is still going to put him into this league, yeah. And
Yeah,
so
so
is,
still be ahead.
sorry, I think Banter Brandon may lead this championship
Oh.
with 7 races to go. I have to get clarification on that. It's so close. I just looked at the
Recibiste una
picture just now.
penalización de tiempo que se sumará a tu registro final
This
de la
is
carrera.
25 points for,
Concéntrate y vamos a
Banter
darle.
Brandon. Yeah, Donda, this season has been incredible for Formula 7 racing to the Tier 2 division.
It's been amazing. Hey, Hayes and Oliver de Moos still trying to get past Edward.
Yeah, Edward's just managing to keep them behind.
Yeah, but Edward does have the penalty, so he will
Are you
lead.
sure it's Adam? Adam will lead, but yeah, but he's being outscored by Banter Brandon, and I don't know how many points Brandon's behind.
Storms has left us, is now retired in the pits. Storms is out.
No, sorry, I looked at the wrong one. So it's Haynes.
Cuidado, cuidado. Alguien adelante de ti se salió de la pista. Hay bandera amarilla.
It is going to be Banter. It is going to be A6 that leads the championship. And that put a lot of the other
Bandera
drivers
verde.
close as well.
Get this, Malk is now in P15. He's on for the points.
Here comes Cameron, he's trying it. Has he just got better tyre life than his teammate? Or are we going to see a little bit of Lewis Hamilton and Leclerc-esque? Here comes Edward, he's now a sitting up. Here comes Oliver de Moos as well. He's gone down the middle of the two.
Wow.
Now is it
He
the switch back on Hayes? Has he gone to be able to get through? He has. No, he hasn't. Hayes is still there on the outside. Battling side by side, great move. Great racing from the pair. Back down the inside, no, it is Oliver de Moos that comes out on top. I have Mystic Kravangan has won this race.
Yeah.
Here comes Banter Brandon. Double Ferrari podium. Hey, Fitz was having no reply quite there in the end. Oliver de Moos having a drift. They're coming over the line, but he knows he's going to get overtaken by Hayes.
Hayes P5, yeah.
Hayes P5. Thierry Dory goes up into P6. Good return for him.